Hello, DJ Waldo, Director of Community at Blue Sky Factory with today's email review. Today we are reviewing an email that was sent in by Rob Watts, an email marketing executive at Friday Media Group. And this email was sent from Mailspeed Marine, and the subject line was "Stay safe at sea. Fantastic deals on radio equipment, comma, life jackets, and more." So there's a lot of discussion in the industry about how long a subject line should be, what's the proper length, and there's a lot of back and forth on this, as I've said, and some have said that shorter works better. Some have said longer actually results in more click-throughs and more conversions. The bottom line is you have to test what works best for you. In this case, my gut tells me it's a little bit of a long subject line. It's a lot to digest. In certain email clients, that subject line, or in fact in most email clients, the subject line is going to be cut off in some way. I know in Gmail it certainly would be. But that's not entirely a bad thing. So something worth testing, an easy A/B subject line test on maybe even keeping it safe at sea is one, and then the longer subject line with the other and seeing which generates more clicks, more opens, and more conversions. So as we're viewing this email, clearly this is one with images on. You'll notice up here at the top, this is what I call the pre-header space. There's a lot of information up here, and that's not entirely bad. They have the standard, follow this link to view the email online, so that will open in a browser, which is good, especially if you're viewing this on a mobile device and maybe not all the images are rendering. I also like that they have the unsubscribe at the top. And the way to add your it's kind of the white list or safe sender list also, but I like that they have the unsubscribe. There's a discussion on whether or not this is the right thing to do, actually calling out the unsubscribe. Personally, I really like that because I think it prevents people from actually marking a message as spam. If they don't want to get your email, then give them the option to unsubscribe. As we look at the email here, there's a lot going on up here in the pre-header, and I'd also suggest actually in the pre-header, as I've said in other screencasts and email reviews before, whatever your main call to action is, link to that main call to action also. So in this case, according to the subject line at least, they're talking about fantastic deals on radio equipment and life jackets, and then you see this first deal for the radio equipment right here. It's okay to include that link up here and just test it and see if people are actually clicking on that and going to the landing page. Because remember, the ultimate goal of this email, I'm assuming, is to get people to click on this link or, I'm sorry, this button or this link or the image and then actually go to the deal of the week. I was pleasantly surprised as I click on the get this deal. You'll see this is a little bit cut off based on my screen resolution here, but it actually does go to the landing page, so it's great. They can track it. In fact, one thing you can't see up here, but in the URL structure, they've got some analytics in there to track that this actually came from an email as well. So I really like that. I don't see folks do that enough. They have at the top here links to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I had previously clicked on all these. In the interest of time, they do go directly to their pages. And there's some good content up there, and the problem is they're not giving me a reason to go there. As I've said in the past, these icons are sort of just thrown up there at the top, but not any reason to go. So provide some type of incentive, which actually if we scroll down, you see that at the bottom, if you like them on Facebook, you get money to spend. Free money. So in this case, that's a really good incentive to do it, but I've got to go all the way to the bottom of the email to see that. So I'd include that, maybe up here somewhere at the top. And you will note if you click through on the Facebook page, it's very consistent. They have that page. It's sort of what we call in the industry a like gate. You're forced to like the page before actually going in and seeing some of the offers and the deals. But I do like that. I just would move that stuff up to the top. As we scroll through this email, the main call to action is clearly this one. I think it's pretty clean. I like that there's a button, there's an image, there's a link, there's how much you're saving, there's the price, there's a little description. All of that is really, really well done. And then they've got some other items here as well, sort of the secondary calls to action. One thing I don't see in this email is if I wanted to share it, where are those social sharing icons? If I want to share it on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn, be sure to include those social sharing icons. But overall, I really like how this email looks. Again, DJ Waldo, Director of Community at Blue Sky Factory with today's email review.